The 409 Sports Blitz on 12 News.
Hello and welcome to Week 5 of the Friday Night Football 409 Sports Blitz. And you hear the bands. It's loud.
Man, bands are playing. We got a close game, one-score game, 3 minutes left, Ashley. You couldn't ask for anything better.
That's right. For the quick update before we go to the highlights of our game of the week, right now, Silsbee is holding on to a 34-27 lead with 2:56 left. Right now, the Tigers have the ball 1st and 10, and they are on the West Orange Stark 33-yard line. That's where we are now. Now let's show you how we got here. It's the 409 Sports Blitz Game of the Week, West Orange Stark and Silsbee. And let's take you out to this one where it was a packed house. Silsbee, Tigers Stadium picked things up. Mason Brisbane going to find Draylon Miller. He's on the outside, and oh my goodness, that ball is stripped. It's going the other way. Decarion Judge, he's stripping it, taking it to the house for the touchdown, and the Mustangs led this one 7-0. But Miller and those Tigers would fight back. Brisbane finds them for a 21-yard score. And just like that, we are all tied up at 7. Now, Silsbee up 10-7 at this point. Decarion Turner is going to find Judge, and he's got himself a 47-yard touchdown. And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a shootout starting to go out here at Tiger Stadium. It's 14-10, West Orange Stark at that point. Then Turner is going to find Andrew Cooper from 11 yards out. Mustangs extending their lead to 11. They're up 21-10 and feeling really good. But here comes that Tiger offense. Brisbane to Miller. Look at this grab. Over two defenders, and he's going to take it to the house. 58 yards later, West Orange Stark is trailing Silsbee 21-17. Then Jaron Williams takes it in from 2 yards out. Silsbee led this one 24-21, and since these highlights have started, Silsbee has scored again. I can tell you it is 41-27. That score is from the third quarter. It's way old. I can tell you right now, 41-27, Silsbee on top.
And Ashley, it was Draylon Miller who went out of the game, came back into the game, and just scored that last touchdown.
That's right. Draylon Miller was so exhausted. He went down in the end zone after a score here late in the game. We were worried about him, like if it's a leg injury.
Yeah.
He was just gassed.
He just came back into the game
and gets
with
a
a
touchdown
Wildcat,
right now.
scores the touchdown.
So 2:48 remaining right now, 41-27. The Silsbee Tigers are on top. And this is just the first game of District 9 4A Division II. Another good one going on between Hampshire-Fannett and Bridge City.
Keep the highlights rolling. We'll go to Hampshire-Fannett and Bridge City. Hampshire-Fannett was playing host to the Cardinals tonight as we let the highlights roll. Bridge City going to be on offense first. Students are loving it tonight. Gavin Bodine going to hand one off to Jamal Charles. You think it's Jamal. It's Jamel. I'm so used to Jamal,
Not
but
to be
it's
confused
Jamel
with Jamal.
Charles. Catches across the middle of the field. He's got room to run. Gang of Longhorn tacklers finally able to bring him down. Now Hampshire-Fannett going to go on offense. Dante Zeno. Ashley, what do you call him? Debo. Debo going downfield to John Sanderson. This Sanderson kid has been someone to watch as well. Big gain there for the first down. He says, yep, keep the chains rolling. Hampshire-Fannett still on offense. Now to the running back, Tyler Spencer. He's breaking outside the tackles. He's got room to run. He's got speed. He's in for 6. Hampshire-Fannett, man, they have looked good this year. Looking good so far in the first half. Bridge City back on offense. Bodine, the quarterback. Nobody open. He's going to run it himself. Tucks it. Goes for the first down. A huge hit there. And who other than Zeno?
Of course,
stepping
he's
up
everywhere.
for the stop. He's on
That's
both
our 409
sides of the ball.
Athlete of the week.
Athlete of the week right there making plays. Here he is again. He's directing traffic. He finds Mason Hain near the goal line. Can he get it there? Just stopped a little bit short. Longhorns would go on to score as we go to the final there. You had to think it was the Longhorns in this one. They take the win. We haven't got the final score yet.
We're having some problems with the scores tonight, folks, but I can tell you, Hampshire-Fannett has won that game 34-0. Hopefully we have some updated scores coming up after this. 34-0. Hampshire-Fannett the winner. The game's not in the first half, guys.
Yeah.
Just going to let you know.
You had to think the Hampshire-Fannett was going to win that one.
Yeah, we trying to keep on moving along. You know, Sapphire Cervantes, she was out at that game. Let's see if she's ready. No, we're going to go to her a little bit later on. How about we go to some more action? Jasper and Liberty pick things up here. Jasper with the ball. Zakeese Simmons finding Cameron Adams. And it is first and goal after that horse collar penalty at the end of that call. Now, here we go, and we got ourselves a touchdown. Zykeelan Hadnot with the score. Jasper goes ahead in a hurry in this one. Now, Simmons rolling, looking downfield. He's got to have a man, right? Got to have a man, right? No, he's going to be picked off. And it's going the other way. Dawson Victorian is going to take this ball all the way back to the 13-yard line for the Panthers. Now Bulldogs back. Actually, no, that's the Panthers still with the ball. Andre Von Thomas blocked in the field goal there. That's Jasper's Andre
Special
Von Thomas.
teams.
Yeah, coming up with
Loose
the blocked field goal.
Pig
Bulldogs looking good there tonight on the road in their district opener as well. Just a loose ball rolling all over the place in this one. Now Simmons, he's going to be taken down by Colby Ewing. The last score I have from this one, Jasper was leading it 21-8 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, the score is outdated right now. The score is 21-8. Jasper leading in the fourth quarter.
Jasper getting back in the win column tonight. A big win over Liberty. Keep the highlights rolling. North Shore and Beaumont United. This was going to be a tough matchup for the Timberwolves as we go to the highlights here. North Shore on offense first. Rashad Johnson, the running back, trucking it right up the middle. Get the scoring going early there for North Shore. Yeah, Jonathan Martin for Beaumont United here on this play ends up going down, fumbles the ball, had an injury on the play. He would not return in the first half. Not good news there if you're a Timberwolves fan. We keep things rolling now. Back on offense go North Shore. Yeah, you see there Martin shaking up on that play. North Shore back on offense. Caleb Bailey under center. He's looking for his man Terrence Guillory. He's got him. Guillory breaking the plane in for another touchdown. North Shore adding to their lead. We go back to the running back on this next play. North Shore again on offense. Goal line here, handing it off to their man Rashad Johnson. He's up the middle, able to get it in for more. And then back on offense is North Shore. Once again in this one, they were doing the bulk of the scoring here against the Timberwolves. Tough game, like you say, for Beaumont United. Bailey looking for his receiver, Christopher Barnes. Corner of the end zone. What a grab. He got the feet down. And as we go to the final here, a lot in the face of Beaumont United tonight. They fall 62-0.
Yeah, this North Shore team
really
got
good.
the pedigree to win another state title, one of the very best teams in the entire nation. Now, you know, Week 5 actually got started last night. I made the trip over to Baytown Stallworth Stadium as Port Arthur Memorial. Oh, actually, there we go. That's my bad. Summer Creek, they win it 69-0 last night over Westbrook. This was 21-6. Westbrook still sitting winless for the year, and they got to turn things around in a hurry.
Probably didn't need to see the highlights from that one.
No, there was definitely not a whole lot of highlights there going on for the Bruins. Now, going back to last night, yes, Port Arthur Memorial taking on Baytown Sterling at Stallworth Stadium. And it was a hot one out there last night. Pick things up here. Davon Isles, they're coming up with the interception for the Titans, and that's going to give them a short field. That's never a good thing for any defense that has to take on this Titan tempo. And, well, we've got a little gremlin out there tonight. We've got some gremlins tonight, folks. But I can tell you, yes, 47-7, Port Arthur Memorial rolled. They were so good, they blew up the highlight machine.
Yeah, and I would think it would have been a whole lot of Wilson scoring. Some of those typical guys for Memorial. Goody going downfield for some touchdowns.
I can tell you, Jacorian Baker had a 13-yard score. Wilson found Nigene Green there for a 13-0 lead. And then, Wilson found Quentin Harper. That was all in the first half. They built a 20-0 lead and really piled it on from there. Titans now sitting at 4-0, 2-0 for the year. They're still the #1 team in 409.
Titan tempo is rocking, man.
And they're a top 5 team in the entire state. Now, we are going to hit our first timeout tonight of the Blitz as the action is going on behind us right now. Silsbee has just intercepted West Orange Stark. There is 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in this game. 41-27, Silsbee on top unless there's a miracle. The Tigers remain perfect, and West Orange Stark will lose 3 straight games for the first time since 2001, and their 61-game district win streak will be over.
I don't even know if I have words for that.
Unbelievable.
It's tough.
But right now it is time for our first time out. Let's take a look at the 409 Sports Blitz Band of the Week, the Silsbee Tiger Band.
The Band of the Week, brought to you by Donaldson Auto Group, Silsbee.
And welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz. We have had another touchdown since
Can you guess who it would have been?
Draylen Miller took it to the house once again. This guy has been unbelievable. They lead this one 47-27 with 1:18 left. The field goal, the extra point, I should say, is up and good. Just flew behind our head right there. 48-27, Silsbee in control. Now, speaking of in control, Hampshire-Fannett Longhorns.
Man.
They have been in control. They have looked very real tonight, taking it all in as the Longhorns opened up district with a win. Sapphire Cervantes out there at Longhorn Stadium, and she wanted to make sure to talk to Coach Wagner. And if you've ever talked to Coach Wagner, why wouldn't you want to? This guy's
Absolutely.
a great time. And Sapphire, just tell us how it all went down.
Yeah, we were just joking because I ate a snow cone earlier, and I was hoping he couldn't see the red teeth. But, he's big smiles right now because his team obviously won 34-0. But it was a slow start for your Longhorns today. I mean, not what you expected after being ranked 9th against Red City coming out. So what do you think kind of was the biggest problems coming out? I know there were some missed snaps, some dropped balls. So moving further into district, how are you fixing that?
I'm going to get them up out of bed. We didn't have school today, and I just think we were pretty lethargic when we first came out. And I really think it's nothing more than that because we had a great week of practice. And really, as a coach, you hate when you don't have school and they get out of that routine and the buses don't run, so you can't get them there. We're just going to figure out a way to make sure next week during Rice Festival we get the kids up. And I think that will help a lot. But we did overcome the sloppiness early. The defense played stellar. And when you play good defense, you can overcome some mistakes offensively. And we did. And we had a few penalties. We had some touchdowns called back on some penalties. And some things that we thought, hey, that was a good play. Maybe we did the penalty, maybe we didn't. I don't know. But overall, you take a 34-0 victory and you go 1-0 in district. As a coach, sometimes you want to do better, but you really got to say, hey, that's such a great win. And Bridge City was a good ball game.
Right, and obviously after half, y'all came out a different team and took away the game. And so how do you plan to just coming out initially when you move out to the next game against Jasper?
Like I said, we're going to get up, and they're going to have to eat breakfast up here, and we're going to get them right. Teenagers, they just like to sleep. I think they slept a little long because they were lethargic. Even our first 2 series on defense, we were just a little sluggish. And so I think if we get that fixed, we'll be fine.
Well, maybe we need to introduce coffee into their regimen. I don't know. Well, congratulations, Coach. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. But for now, at Longhorn Stadium, I'm Sapphire Cervantes in Hampshire-Fannett.
Appreciate that, Sapphire. Yeah, and unfortunately, we've got a little stoppage and play out here. The benches just cleared. There was some tempers flaring, but it looks like everything is calmed down from now. Penalties are being handed out. It looks like on both sides of the ball. Didn't get to see where it started. Not going to speculate. Good thing is it's over with right now. 48-27. Silsbee leading this one with 1:12, and you got to wonder if they're just going to run this clock out at this point.
Have to think so.
No need to keep playing.
The skies have opened up for the Tigers all of a sudden. They had that bomb to Draylen Miller. That pretty much put a cap on it.
Yep.
Little scrum, like the PA guy said. Don't need to put a bad end to a really good game, so hopefully they can clean it up.
Now let's move along to some more highlights. Now last night, the Nederland Bulldogs, they were over in Sugar Land to take on Fort Bend Willerich. Nederland winless for the year, but it doesn't matter because district is when it counts.
That's all that counts.
Everybody's 0-0 at this point. Aiden Sunday's going to hand it off. Going to find Reeve Barrow, that is. Nice catch there by Barrow from Sunday. It's a first down. Now Hubert Thomas going to grab this ball around the edge. He's got himself the touchdown. Nederland led this game 10-0 over Fort Bend Willerich. By the way, that's where Thurman Thomas went to high school. That guy was pretty good, right? How about 14-10 Willerich on top? Sunday finding Barrow, and he is inside the 15-yard line before he goes down. It's going to be Thomas again now coming out of the backfield, and he would step up for Big Ned into the end zone for the touchdown. 17-14 Nederland at this point. Now, late in the second quarter, Willerich is going to try to get something going. They're going to go to the air. Deep ball coming up right into your living room, but Landon Kaywood is there. He's going to pick it off, and it's going the other way.
Look out.
Nederland led this one big at halftime, and they win this one over Fort Bend Willerich 38-14. So guess what, doggies? You are winless. Now you're in first place. That's all that matters.
Undefeated in district. I'd say that's something to be smiling about.
They are now 1-0 in district play, and they're going to be hosting Dayton next week.
All right, we'll keep the highlight machine going. Buna, the Cougars. Man, that's a big blow up. They're coming down on the road, playing against Orangefield in that slot team Mafia. Start things off. Bobcats on offense. Gavin Perry-Cochi. He's got a nice cavalcade to lead him there, and he's in for 6. Celebrations early for the Bobcats. They would stay on offense. This time it's a different running back, Cameron Dishler, a name that you're probably used to hearing. He is making a play, not going down easily, stretches it out, and they will say that is good for a touchdown as well. Bobcats 2 scores early. Now let's see what they can do on defense. Interception, number 8, Jackson Humplick. He's getting to the outside, not able to return it, but a nice turnover there to get the ball back for his Bobcats. Now another running back getting in on the action. This is Case Singleton. He's up the middle. He's in for 6. Bobcats running all over the Cougars in this one. See what Buna can do on offense, though. We go to their quarterback, Toby Mars, looking downfield to Caden Dill, running right under it. A nice pitch and catch there. Touchdown for the Cougars. But the Bobcats, as you saw in the highlights, were all over this game as we go to the final score here. Orangefield at home. They take down the Bobcats 28-14. The Cougars, I should say.
In other 10-3A D1 action up the road from here up in Kirbyville, the Wildcats, they were taking on East Chambers, the Buccaneers, ready to get things going. Taking on a Kirbyville team that is much improved, a team that could make some noise in district play. Azion Mahathey, he's got himself a big first down up the middle, rumbling through that East Chambers defense. Then how about Taylor Alfred? Look at him. They got some big guys up there in Kirbyville that can definitely move around, some defenders picking up some yardage. Then it's Alfred taking it in for the touchdown. A 2-point conversion was good. Kirbyville leading this one 8-0 early on. Now, Mahathey, handoff, and they're just going to keep pounding the rock. And why not? Look at the size of this rushing attack from Kirbyville.
That's got to be a horse collar.
Inside the 5-yard line, Jace Huffman takes it in for a score. 2-point conversion's good. It's 16-0 Kirbyville.
Oh, no.
Do you smell upset? Well, here comes East Chambers on the other end. Jacoby Peralt doing what he does, taking it in for the score. 2-point conversion was good. It was 16-8 Kirbyville at this point, and as we go to the final, East Chambers has won this game.
Oh,
36-16.
Slow start. They turned it around. That's good for my picks. I'll take that. Go Buccaneers, go.
Now let's take a look at some other scores from the district in 10-3A Division I. Anahuac was taking on Hardin, and the Panthers, they got to be your district favorite at this point.
Tell you what, that run attack that Anahuac has
Landon Corbett.
He's the guy to watch.
They put it on the Hardin Hornets tonight there. 65-12 was your final. And also, Woodville has lost for the first time this year. 9-3A D1. These are the 2 teams that were picked to win the district. You hate to see them have to play in the first week of district. Lumberjacks, though, pulling it out 21-14.
Wow, it was a great football game there, too. A couple other scores maybe to take a look at here.
Well, now we're going to look at some highlights. How about that?
All right, we'll keep the highlight train going.
Newton.
I went down to Warren for this one. Ashley got the mascot out there having a good time. The Warriors, it was going to be a tough one here. You got state-ranked Newton coming to town. This one's Raylan Adams on the little touch pass. He's changing field. Really difficult to bring down. It takes 11 guys to get to the ball, and then they would finish it off there with Tyler Porter for the Eagles. Number 2 there in for 6. Now quickly to number 8, Jaden Hunter. He's outside the tackles. That's 6 more. This one was going to be tough for Warren. Interception coming up on this next play. Raylan Adams, he's down the sideline. He's tiptoeing. He's got room to run. He's in for 6 more. Keep adding on to that score. Another interception here coming up. Familiar name, Leighton Foster, coming out of nowhere for this pick 6. So they're running up the score here, but Ashley, you'd think the Warriors had their hands full tonight. How about this final play? A little misdirection. Quarterback, nice fake there, gives it to Scott Jones, and Jones is off and running for it. The Warriors do get on the board. Scott Jones there. Big time play. I believe it was 53-6 is the final score, but you can see the Warriors did something to cheer for there tonight.
That's right, and you're taking on one of the very best teams in the entire state. Nothing to hang your head down about that one. Also in 12-3A Division II from tonight, the Kuntz Lions, they were on the road taking on Anderson Shiro, and Kuntz Lions are struggling this year, folks. They fall to the Owls. The final on that one was 32-0. Now, you've witnessed a little 6-man football before, right?
It is something to marvel.
How about 6-man football in private schools. Westbury Christian taking on Legacy. Christopher Jones there with a big run, and that man's got some wheels. He will take it all the way in for a Wildcat touchdown. Legacy, you know they would respond. I mean, it's basketball and grass. That's what you do. Isaac Rosado, he's got himself a score, and yep, here we go, the back and forth game of six-man football. You gotta love it. Now Jones gonna toss it up, and he's got a man.
Wow.
And he's got himself a big completion. It's a halfback
Trick play.
pass. You see that a lot in six-man football. Then Mikel Reddick Jr. in there for the conversion. More action in this one. LCA with the ball. Gavin Garrett turning on the afterburners. No one's going to catch him. He's got himself a touchdown. A whole lot of points being scored in this one. But they couldn't slow down Westbury. On the other end, it's Jones. And they said, you know, this guy was their best player. And you see
He can
why.
pass, he can throw.
Yeah, number one on the field all night long. As we go to the final, it came down to a touchdown. 65-58. Legacy Christian dropping the district game, but man, what a ball game to lose there by a score.
Incredible game of football. Whenever we play those highlights, I always come out of it with questions about can you block and go up for a pass? That was
You
incredible.
can really, it seems like you can do it all.
Whatever
There
you
are
want.
a lot of rules in six-man football. I'll just let you know that. How about some other scores from around Southeast Texas tonight? Coleman Hill, they fall at home. Close game, though, against the Cushing Bearcats there. 23-20, and a rough night for Evadale.
Don't like to see that for the Rebels. They can bounce back, though. I like that passing game that Evadale has. They're not afraid to throw the rock. A couple other scores to take a look at tonight. Hull Day Seta and West Hardin. West Hardin winning that one 14-10. Kelly in the Village. We do not have a score from that one quite yet.
No score on that one tonight. And also, we were having a tough time finding a score on this one. But Calvert, they knock off Burkeville. I was rolling with the Mustangs tonight in this one, too.
Oof. I don't know I forget who I picked in that one, but hopefully Calvert.
54-28. Calvert Trojans knocking off the Burkeville Mustangs. So it is time for us to take another break. But we have a final score from out here at Tiger Stadium. It has gone final. Silsbee wins it 48-27. The Tigers undefeated. West Orange Stark drops to 2-3 for the season.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of Mustangs fans would have been happy to hear that at the beginning of the season, and they're definitely not happy about it right now.
We have a lot more coming up after the break. We'll try to recap this one with Coach Randy Smith. We see him right here on the field, trying to track him down and have all the post-game reaction coming up on the 409 Sports Blitz. And welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz. It was a great night just coming to a closeout here at Silsbee Tigers Stadium. A big-time ball game. West Orange Stark putting their 61-game district win streak on the line against Silsbee tonight. Let's take a look at the highlights. It was our 409 Sports Blitz Game of the Week. And it was a packed house tonight here at Tigers Stadium. Mason Brisbane swinging it out to Draylon Miller, but he's going to be caught up in some traffic. Decarion Judge, he's stripping it. He's taking it the other way for the touchdown, and it was a 7-0 lead for the Mustangs. You knew Silsbee would fire right back, and they do. Brisbane, he's going to find Miller for a 21-yard touchdown, and we are all tied up at 7 apiece. Now, we pick things up, 10-7 lead for the Tigers. Decarion Turner is going to find Judge, and he's got himself a 47-yard touchdown. We have ourselves a good old-fashioned shootout in the first half, 14-10 West Orange Stark at this point. Then Mustangs starting to get a little mo going their way. Turner finds Andrew Cooper. He's got himself an 11-yard touchdown, and it's a 21-10 lead for Woos. But here comes Silsbee, and man, what an offense. Brisbane to Miller, and look at this grab over 2 defenders, and he's going to go to the house. That is a 58-yard touchdown. Insane catch, 21-17 West Orange Stark at this point, but here comes Jaron Williams, 2-yard touchdown, 24-21, back and forth ball game, but Silsbee blows it open here in the fourth quarter as we go to the final, 48-27. Silsbee, your big winner. And man, I'm here with some big winners right next to me. A couple of big guys. Draylon Miller and Coach Smith. And guys, let's start with Coach. You know, age before beauty. You'll always remember that. How does it feel to be the team to snap that district win streak of West Orange Stark?
I'm just proud for the kids. I'm proud for the community, man. It's a big win. It's a big win for us, starting district out, and just what we're trying to do here. Just very proud of the kids. Total team effort tonight.
Draylon, real quick, I lost track of how many touchdowns, but we had a scary moment. You would go down in the end zone. I'm walking real fast to go just see what's going on. Were you just exhausted at that point? Were you cramping? What was going on?
I was just giving my team all. I just had to take a break. I was cramping too bad. I told them I was coming back, though, and finish out the game.
Draylon, man, I got a question, too. It feels like every time you catch the ball, there's a chance you can score.
Right.
Tell me what you've been feeling this year. I mean, every single time you catch the ball, you're looking to the end zone.
Last year was just, a wake-up season for me. This year, getting better with my team, with Jace passing, it just builds out for us. We know he's up there smiling nose. We just want to win bad for him.
Coach, it is only week 1 of district, though. So how do you keep this going? You slayed West Orange Stark, but you got a long district race ahead. You still got Jasper down the road. You got Hampshire-Fannett. You got some other good teams. Liberty can, scrap. How do you stay focused and not get too excited about this one?
Absolutely. I mean, we just got to play one at a time and keep getting better. I mean, our district is as good as any district in the state. We know that. And so we just got to keep grinding and correct what we need to correct and go to work on Monday.
All right, Coach, as we said, don't celebrate too much. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Go have a good time, guys. Appreciate the time.
Thanks,
Congratulations, Silsbee, taking this one tonight over West Orange Stark. The 61-game district win streak has ended for the Mustangs. Unbelievable atmosphere tonight. 48-27 is your final.
Man,
have you got your? You were just working your way through all these guys.
I got to jump in there, man. I'm a fan of Draylon. He's been unbelievable, and he's a big reason that they're able to snap that streak. I mean, every time he catches the ball, you're looking towards the end zone, and he proved that tonight. I'm gonna
let you know if we wrap this up in time. You can go get his autograph. It's okay.
Honestly,
this guy
might have to.
Might be playing in the league one day.
It really might.
So it's okay. It's not weird.
I'm fanboying.
It's fanboy. It's a fanboy moment. It's all right. You know what time it is, though? It's time for the hit of the week.
Oh, more fanboying to do here. We're going down to the hit of the week.
The hit of the week, brought to you by Campbell Portable Buildings.
And it's going to be Liberty in this one. Defensive lineman Colby Ewing stepping up to make the sack. He's bringing down the quarterback there for Jasper. Big-time play by Colby Ewing. Great form there on the tackle for our hit of the week.
And welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz. You know, we're still kind of taking a deep breath. Silsbee knocking off West Orange here 48-27.
Incredible game. It sounds like it was more of a blowout than it really was. I mean, Silsbee, they put it on him in the fourth quarter there in the final 5 minutes or so.
It was a back-and-forth game.
It was a back-and-forth game. It was a great game.
Unbelievable effort by West Orange Stark. You know, if they play like that, they're going to win a lot of games. They're going to be just fine. They're going to make a deep run. It'll be okay, Mustang Nation. I know it's not what you're used to right now, but they're going to get things figured out.
It's a tough first game in district. I mean, you play the Tigers, you probably drew your toughest opponent. So.
That's right. Now, you know who did not draw a tough assignment?
Sapphire
Cervantes. First of all, I saw what you were eating.
You probably doesn't compare.
Tonight.
Just nachos and cheese. It was simple.
Tonight. You know what I was eating? Nothing, but we did go to Sweet Cheeks Cafe before the game. Thank you to the good folks out there in Silsbee because we were stuffed heading into this one.
Chicken fried steak, man. It was the whole 9 yards.
Unbelievable. Homemade mashed potatoes. But anyways, we got to check out Sapphire Cervantes to see what you eating.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to What You Eatin'. Today I'm at Hampshire-Fannett for their game against Bridge City, and today the Longhorns have the bread bus here as well as some other food trucks, but there's a good line of food trucks here, but I saw something on the menu that I wanted to come and get, and it was the Philly cheesesteak sliders. So I'm here with Brandon with the bread bus, and he told me people come here and they order this, and exactly why, because that's looking pretty good, so I can see.
Well, it's life-changing, you know. I mean, once you change it, you know, once you try it, it changes your life. You got to come back over and over. It's fantastic. We've been serving this about 5 years.
So what made you want to come out here and just kind of be behind the scoreboard before the game? And
well, my wife actually graduated from Hampshire-Fannett, and this is something she really wanted to do, and I'm all about the community. I'm not from here, I'm from Louisiana, but we live in Beaumont, and we try to be big in the community. And so anytime there's something like this that we can give back, especially to something that's sentimental to one of our people, we want to do that.
all right, well, I think it's time that I get to try this here. So I'm going to try to provide a little OMG moment for you. Let me pull that off. If you could just see that cheese pull, there's so much cheese in that. Can you see that? Okay, I'm gonna go for it. One in my mouth, I don't know.
Legit?
Life changing. I'm gonna have to sit here and keep eating this, and while I keep chewing this and embarrassingly eat this and before the game starts really fast. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment of What You Eatin'. We'll see you back here next week.
Appreciate it, Sapphire. Man, another tough night for her.
That looks good.
Tough night.
The cheese pull on that looked good.
That was amazing. Yeah, we saw the cheese. We saw it in nice and slow motion as my stomach is rumbling now. Now that I'm hungry. That's how we always end this night. We're always hungry. But you know what I'm hungry for? More big highlights.
Man, we got him.
409 Sports Blitz Play of the Week coming up right now.
The Play of the Week, brought to you by 5 Point Credit Union.
And the play of the week coming from our game of the week. Mason Brisbane's going to find who else? Draylon Miller. Unbelievable. He mossed two guys on that play, took it to the house for the touchdown. Take another look at this one. 58-yard score over double defense there. Draylon Miller from Mason Brisbane. That is our 409 Sports Blitz Play of the Week. Welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz. We're live out here at Silsbee Tiger Stadium. Week 5's not completely done. We've got, I think, 6 games on the docket tomorrow, including Fort Bend Marshall, who's ranked number 3 in the state, hosting a number 10 ranked P&G team. Lumberton, I know you want to be in the top 5. Hey, it might happen. We don't know yet. Yeah. Woodville lost tonight. Wink, wink. You have a good chance of getting in there next week. Take off my clown nose and we can really talk.
That's what it is, huh?
Lumberton takes on Tatum tomorrow up in Nacogdoches, and the loudest motorcycle just passed by us right now. We are right by the highways. Everybody's leaving the stadium now. Let's take a quick look at some next week games, though. Week 6 on the schedule. We've got some good ones. Crosby, Port Arthur Memorial, that could decide a district championship right there. Nederland looking for back-to-back wins, taking on Dayton.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one for Nederland and those Bulldogs. A couple other games coming up in Week 6. District play continues. You got Texas City and P&G, the Indians. We'll see what they can do in that one. Hampshire-Fannett and Jasper, and of course P&G playing tomorrow. One of those teams still hasn't played in Week 5.
That's correct. Yeah, Hampshire-Fannett and Jasper, those are 2 teams that won tonight, so that's an
gonna be a good
inside
matchup.
step toward the district title. Orangeville and Anahuac, speaking of a district title could be on the line. Orangeville and Anahuac playing. And Kirbyville showing they are much improved. Buena is showing a ton of improvement. They lose by a couple of scores at Orangeville tonight. That's going to be a really good ball game right there between 2 teams right down the road from each other.
So far, all good games coming up in Week 6. Is that all we got for coming up in Week 6?
Yep. I mean, it's going to be.
Those are all great games.
It's going to be a great week. And let's just talk about a little bit about what's coming up tomorrow. The headliner starts at noon. P&G, Fort Bend Marshall, top 10 showdown. I'm more concerned about the heat, though.
I was going to say, you better have the water boys, better have the Gatorade, the water. They better be ready to go tomorrow.
Because when we got to the field here around 4:15,
yeah,
the turf temperature was 137 degrees. They're going to be playing at noon on turf tomorrow in Sugar Land.
Can only imagine.
Lumberton, they're playing at 11 a.m. up in Nacogdoches. 2 p.m. game for Vidor up in Fort Worth. Everybody better be hydrated right now to get ready for tomorrow.
Get some carbs in you, right? Is that what you do? Spaghetti dinner?
Electrolytes.
Electrolytes.
Got to get some electrolytes.
All the above.
But you know, that is going to bring us, as they haven't turned the lights off on us, so that's good.
Not quite.
But
They're thinking about it.
We are down to the final minutes here of the 409 Sports Blitz for Week 5. Thanks for joining us tonight. Going to have another big week planned next week. Trying to pick our game of the week. We're discussing it right now. We'll let you know coming up on Monday. But for now, we'll see you next week. Let's take one last look at the 409 Sports Blitz Band of the Week, the Silsbee Tiger Marching Band.
The Band of the Week, brought to you by Donaldson Auto Group, Silsbee.